Dear students, with reference to the rise of dictatorship, I have taught you Nazism and fascism, and in this video, I am going to teach you the impact of Nazism. So, dear students, what will be the impact of the Nazism? That will be also the causes of the Second World War. And when I'll explain this, so you people will be very much comfortable regarding Second World War. So, first point is there. Established a totalitarian states. Hitler had no faith in the parliamentary system of the government. He therefore eradicated all those elements which offered opposition to his authority. I have taught you कि single leader, single party, no opposition, no faith in democracy, no faith in socialism, no faith in communism, and this ideology only believes that we can sort out the all problems by war, and they strengthen the army, and they wanted to occupy other country. They wanted to boost up their army, and aggressive nationalism came to existence. I have taught each and every point. Now he concentrated all powers into his hand, suppressed all opposition, and propagated the ideology of the Nazism. He changed the federal government into the unitary government. What is federal government? Federal government means a power will be divided between state and center. Means many state governments will be also there, but what he has done, Reichstag was there, that was the parliament of Germany, I think you know, and he burned fire in that one, the parliament over, and after that no opposition. How many opposition leaders were there? All were executed or all were arrested, whatever. And in place of federal government, what he has done, unitary government had been set up, and after that what happened? All power vested in the hand of the Hitler. I have taught you that he became very, very powerful. All provincial legislatures were dissolved in 1934, and sovereign power of the central government was established. Means only unitary system is there, means there is a one government, and all power vested in the hand of respective government. In India, I think you know, we have central government and we have many state governments, and this means a decentralization word will be very, very famous in democracy, but unitary system will be there in Germany when Hitler came in power. Various political parties were abolished. I have just taught. A ban was imposed on the press, public speeches, and writing of article. I think you know Article 19 given in your constitution, right to expression, and Hitler just taken action. No public speech, no press were entitled to publish anything without the permission of the government. Even the member of the Nazi party who challenged the Hitler authority were severely dealt with. A secret police known as Gestapo kept a check on the activities of the citizen. Those suspected disloyalty to the state were arrested or executed without trial. I have taught you. Economic reforms. Some economic reforms he has done. It is very necessary to understand. Hitler introduced various reforms to meet the economic crisis after the war. He launched the first 5 years plan to have greater production. The economic life of the country was organized with the objective of removing unemployment and making the nation self-sufficient. For this, the following measures were taken. One by one I am going to teach you. Factories were set up to provide work to the laborers. Means first work he started for employment. Industrial and agricultural productions and trade were encouraged. I think you know when trade and commerce will be flourished. So that will very good for the nation. A food corporation was established to control food production, its pricing and distribution. Price control were introduced and incentive were provided for workers. Capitalists were encouraged in increased production and strike were banned. Import and export were controlled to maintain favorable trade balance. Trade balance means suppose if trade between India and Pakistan is going on, suppose if export is more and import is less, so we can say balance of trade in the favor of India. If export is less, import is more, so balance of trade will be in favor of Pakistan. So he focused that more export and less import. Projects of the public works, buildings, government offices, stadiums, arts, galleries, housing development, etc. were undertaken. The trade union were dissolved. All workers were put under one union. Whole chiefs was a harassed Nazi leader. He assured the workers of safeguarding their interests and rights. Thus Hitler freed Germany from the economic crisis and put an end of the problems of the unemployment. The industrial production almost doubled and foreign trade also expanded. And after which point I am going to teach you, you people are very much understanding this one. Militarism and compulsory military training means compulsory military training has been introduced. Special efforts were made to then increase the military force of the country. Military training was made compulsory, which again create more employment. Hitler believed that nation could become a great only by defeating other nation. In war, I have taught you, Hitler ideology was there. All problem of the nation can be sorted out by war, and he started working on it. He started rearmament in the violation of the Treaty of Versailles. I have taught the all clauses, that submarine completely banned, air force completely banned, and army restrictions taken place. Many clauses I have taught you, and one by one violation is started by Hitler. This pleased the army officers who had felt humiliated by terms of the treaty. Now rearmament started, and now next one what happened? Repudiating peace treaty. The main objective of Hitler's foreign policy was to reject the Treaty of Versailles, which had humiliated the German. Hitler openly condemned the Treaty of Versailles. He refused to pay the war indemnity, war compensation. I have taught you that $33 billion compensation Germany had to pay. Hitler denied. He even resorted the policy of territorial expansion and fortification of the Germany in the complete violation of the treaty, and acquisition of territories. Hitler tried to acquire more territories for the surplus German population. Hitler said, underline this one, Germany within her existing frontiers could attain only limited self-sufficient in a raw material and none of all in the food stuff. The only remedy lay in the acquisition of the greater living space. Hitler tried to expand in the south and east of Europe because the region was economically useful for Germany as it possessed huge potential for wheat, oil and coal. To attain this object, Hitler made use of force and rejected all compromise. He entered into the non-aggressive treaty with Poland for a period of 10 years. In 1934, for the safety of his eastern frontier, he reclaimed the territory of the Saar Rhineland from France. In 1938, he annexed Austria by force. He concluded a non-aggressive pact with Russia. So these steps taken by Hitler And now racial supremacy, that is very important point. Hitler believed in the doctrines of the racialism, which presented the German as the master race with the right and destiny to dominate the world. The race, he said, would rule all other inferior races. For this, he wanted Germany to be very powerful, and Germany will dominate rest of the world. And after that, I think concentration camp, and in that one gas chambers were there. You have listened this one by movie, and many Jews put in that concentration camp, and and it was a kind of heinous crime, and many Jews were killed. Now these important points are there, and after that I am going to teach you the similarity between the ideology of the fascism and Nazism. That is very important point. And after that I will conclude this video. To have faith in totalitarian rule means all power vested in the hand of the single person. To despise democratic political system, I have taught you, he had no both ideology had no belief in democracy, individual liberty, fundamentalized whatever. To hold that the state is supreme and could suppress the fundamental rights and freedom of individual, and uphold one party, one leader. To believe in aggressive nationalism or militant nationalism, and to regard war as an instrument for furthering national interest, and to uphold intentionally nationalistic, anti-communist, anti-democratic rule. So only this much important points are there regarding this, and next video I will teach you Second World War. Thank you.